And so he opened that door for the CMWs, for the Bones,
Yep.
for the Above the Laws,
All
for
that.
man, a gang of niggas, man, who was
For
talking
sure.
that street shit.
For sure. Let me ask you this, Lay. Y'all ain't never collaborated with Dr. Dre?
Nope.
I
mean,
wonder why that ain't happened, dog.
I got a couple tracks from Dre that I wasn't ever able, we wasn't really able to use, but Dre thing was when the opportunity was presenting itself, we was internally fucked up.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And that nigga Dre was like, if I can't have all five of y'all, I ain't fucking with y'all. And that was that. So hopefully one day he'll get it. I know all of us individually tried to, that's Dre. Who don't want a Dre beat?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So
Dre's vision is like,
he like,
nigga, I
need-
see it.
Yeah, he like,
All of
if
y'all.
I can't get
Yeah.
all that, you know what I mean? Because we all tried to go individually. But Dre, the way the word got back to me, like Dre said, if he can't have all y'all, then we know it's no point.
We gotta make y'all can't make that happen, dog.
Shit, what's up, Dre? Holla. We
That would be
here.
some cold shit, and
Still
we
getting
need
cracking.
and we need another Bone album. You
Hey,
know
look,
me, I
Still getting cracking.
man.
One call from Dre. Watch how fast all five niggas get together.
Mm-hmm. That would be historic.
That would be some cold shit, dog, and it gotta happen on that next Bone album, dog.
Man, come on, let's preach on that broom.
What's up with the next Bone album, dog? Well, when is that coming together, man? When we go get the one of the greatest hip hop group of all time assembled, one of the greats.
So the Legacy Project, man, we talking about a double album, a world tour. We talking about a coffee table book, and we talking about the biopic.
Oh yeah, that's cracking.
You know what I'm saying? 4 elements, you know what I mean, of the world: wind, fire, water,
I could definitely see
land.
that.
You know
If
what I'm
anybody
saying?
could pull that shit off, y'all one of them groups, man. Y'all one of them international groups, man.
Man, I drop everything I'm doing for an opportunity to work with Dr. Dre.
Hell yeah.
Pretty sure my niggas feel the same.
But you
way.
know what though, dog? It's a couple of producers, man. I always thought Bone would be real beastie on. I still think now y'all should keep. I think y'all most important incarnation, dog, is when y'all were Unique.
Mm-hmm.
I think Unique got that shit, but
That's the chemistry right there.
yeah, I would like to see him somehow be involved.
Yep.
But I would love to see y'all go fuck with a Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people like that, Justice League,
Timberland.
the Timberland.
Yeah.
That stuff would sound crazy, but keep a cat like Unique over there, kind of, so the formula all stay the same. You feel what I'm saying? So the sauce still there. You feel what I'm saying?
Unique would be the overseer of the music, period. You know what I mean? But to bring in all those different, man, that's a dream come true. Now that's the way to close the door for me.
But y'all deserve that though, dog. Y'all motherfucking Bone Thugs in Harmony. Like I always tell this man, one of my things for him, I'm like, man, hey, we need to get you one more major album, my nigga. One more major one. These ones is dope. He dropped some incredible material, but this nigga is nastier now than he was when he first came out. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing changed. You know, wine just get better with time.
Exactly.
But think about your little brother when you working on that album,
Man.
man. That's a bucket list right there too. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, that ain't nothing but a conversation, dog. That
We
happen.
just do, man. I just do it for just. I'm just one of them niggas who came into hip hop because I loved it, and I didn't look at it for the accolades and the fame and the money and all of that. I just want to make records, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna still be a gang banging dope dealing nigga on the block. I was just gonna make records and shit. I never looked at it as being where a nigga has been or where a nigga's going to.
Right.
But we credit it. It's been here for 50 years. I came into the game early, and it's just been the love of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what keep a nigga going. It's not so much as trying to find that next big payday off of hip hop. It's just now with all that niggas have contributed, just to be able to be honored and respected as going. Yeah, that nigga was. You feel me?
Right.
And sometimes, like you say, you see all these lists and you see all these motherfuckers with their opinions about who is the greatest and who is this and who is that. But how official can that shit be? Because
Right.
my idea of the greatest might not be yours or might not be Steele's, and that's not to discredit the motherfucker. That's just
What the hell
difference
y'all
of
at,
opinion.
26?
21.
21, man, that's
It's,
way
it's
too
all
low.
a matter of opinion. You
But
know
you know
what
what,
I'm
though?
saying? Like,
That come from, because some of these journalists ain't
Because,
from the
like,
culture, bro.
not to cut you off, but who was that number one? Outkast? And no
Outkast.
disrespect to
I ain't mad at
Outkast,
Outkast at all.
but I listen to more Bone than I listen to Outkast.
Right.
I mean, that's just no disrespect. I loved Outkast, but past a certain era, I didn't listen to Outkast anymore because it just wasn't my flow. You take their first motherfucking album,
Right.
banged it all day, like it was. You get me? But if you want to compare that to the speaker box, record, I really didn't bang that as much.
Right.
But you get me? You want to compare that to Bone Thugs and Harmony? I banged every 1999. Man, that motherfucker wore out in my motherfucker.
We're so cold as my kids is getting hip to that now, man. My son to play ball, and my son is the fireman, man. My oldest son, they'd come playing me some of y'all stuff sometimes. Like, Dad, what you know about this? I'd be like, boy, sit down somewhere.
I think the younger generation is starting to maybe appreciate some of the beginnings of hip hop. You hear me? Because I couldn't get my son to listen to shit that we played. But just like you said, he'll come in there and play some Nas. He'll play some Biggie. He'll play some of my shit.
Right.
I guess because sometimes a motherfucker need to be refreshed and they ears need to hear
Need to be
some,
educated.
Because I'm gonna
quality.
tell you, Chris loved DJ Quick, dog. Like his music, like Quick said, I like Quick got the beats.
Oh,
You know what I mean? He talk about Quick's beats and stuff, so he getting hip. But you got to remember, for them, that's like us listening to our parents' records. Like when my mama would play Curtis Mayfield in the house of Al Green, I grew up loving that music too. And now I probably listen to 50-50 90s hip hop, 90s, early 2000s hip hop, and more Al Green and more oldies than anything else.
Yeah, me too. I listen to the oldies too. And just for the record, if I was making the list, it'd be Run DMC would probably be the first one on my list.
Me and you
know what
was
I mean?
just saying that yesterday. You know what, bro? I was arguing with Glasses the other day because Glasses is a baby. You know, he a grown man, but he a baby in his hip hop stuff, right? He was trying to argue me that LL was way more of a factor than Run DMC. I said, bro, LL was the man, but he didn't come to the man till after Run DMC had left the throne almost. Them was the first cats that had a shoe deal, dog. They was the first ones that had an Adidas deal, dog. They was the first ones, they dominated MTV when MTV first came out. That Walk This Way record was probably one of the biggest records, was the biggest look for hip-hop at that time. And had that record not been made, hip-hop probably wouldn't have went as far as it did because it introduced hip-hop to mainstream America.
Right. Glass is my bro too, but I would tell him watch Crush Groove.
Yeah, we just saying. He was just saying.
You know what
that.
I'm saying?
I'm
Because
just speaking on
them
Crush Groove.
Run DMC, them was the man. They was headlining back then, and then LL had to come in with the little radio say box. Remember that shit?
Right, yeah.
Box. He had to.
That's how Russell and them found LL and signed him to Def Jam.
Yeah, he had to audition for his spot at that time.
That was basically like his little his promo.
Yeah, because the Beastie Boys was in
They
there too.
signed him to. He had I Need a Beat out, so they figured, man, what better way than to promote our first fucking artist than to put him in the fucking movie? It was brilliant. But Run DMC, like, you gonna get the argument because it's 50 years, and nowadays they got so many. You get me? There's so many groups, and there's so many, but I think you have to give it to Run DMC because it's like they showed a motherfucker, as far as a group is concerned, how you really can make it, and they made
was
it
the
in
first
the fucking
superstars.
tough times of hip hop.
Hell yeah,
where motherfuckers was like, hip hop.
Yeah,
The
like
fuck is this
where
shit?
they only played that shit on Saturdays
Man,
on the
come
radio.
on. And they were able to break down the barriers of being able for niggas like Outkast and Wu-Tang and Compton's Most Wanted and NWA, you get me? Without them setting the motherfucking path,
Right.
and kicking
None
down
of
the
us.
doors of the stereotype of nigga music and these thug
Right.
motherfuckers and
Exactly.
leather
Because
hats.
you
And
got
you
to
get me?
understand where hip hop was at the time. Like, I don't think NWA got rated nowhere as high as they should have, dog. Because
Nobody did, man. That shit
they
just
did, you
that's
know, the run NWA down as low as they did, dog, was almost like disrespectful. Because to me, if I'm gonna put a top 5 together, I'm always tell people it don't matter where you number that, because I can't say one is greater than the other, but you have to have in your top 10, man. If you don't have motherfucking NWA, motherfucking EPMD,
right.
motherfucking just all those pivotal groups, man.
Beastie
The
Boys, man. The
Beastie
Yeah.
Boys,
Beastie Boys,
all these
man.
people, dog, because those people are the reason for the season. You can't have fucking C and D before A and B, bro.
Right. Well, you know, like them lists, that ain't nothing but a list, man.
It's a
Like A
personal
was saying,
opinion.
yeah, this
You
is
It's
know,
your personal
Run
opinion.
DMC, motherfucking thing, you know, even the Wu-Tang Clan, but to me, Bone is worthy of that top 10 consideration because after you get past all of them, right, the Run DMCs and all of them, then you come up into that early, like late 90s, dog. You got to put Bone there because that was like the next evolution of hip-hop
mm-hmm.
because it brought a new flow in. What nobody, everything was margin to margin then. The thing, the same, but then it came to say,
Right.
then the brother, you know, y'all came with the, you know what I'm saying? And it was so fresh, but you understood everything y'all was saying, and that shit was so dope, dog, and the music was melodic. You almost smoke a joint, you be riding down the street just like,
Well, all I gotta say, man, is we ain't done yet. So they can reserve their opinions for when we done. Cause to see a list like that make me pick up the phone and call my brothers like y'all want to show these niggas who do what. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't done. So it really don't matter, man.
No, it don't.
I've been able to take care of my family
Exactly.
off this
oh
whole
yeah, for
thing.
sure,
So
I
dog.
say that about all the times I think about I got fucked and money stolen and all that shit. And at the end of the day, I go, you know something? My son going to college.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still able to wake up every morning and do something that,
That
I
you
don't
love.
regret
Right.
as far as, God damn, I got to get up today and I
Right.
got to, you feel me? There's a lot of people where it's nothing against the average motherfucker.
But
But
we
it's a lot of
blessed, dog.
motherfuckers who, it's a lot of people who have to get up and go through that
Hell
struggle.
yeah, we blessed,
You get
dog.
me? So to be blessed to be able to do something that you enjoy and you get to go on trips and you get to meet other people and the perks of comes with being an entertainer
Right.
sometimes and you wouldn't trade it for nothing. So we go through the roller coaster rides and sometimes the disrespect and sometimes not feeling like motherfuckers give us our props for all what we have done for fucking hip hop. But at the end of the day, I go, you know what? So what?
Right. It's
I'm
a blessing
yeah,
at the
I'm
end of the
good.
day.
You
Yeah.
feel me? I'm good.
What
And none of that shit matters
what they
anymore.
need to do, they need to start coming to the people really in the culture and asking about them lists. Because to me, it would be like somebody coming to me asking me to create the top 100 oldies of all time. I'm gonna feel like in a way I'm not qualified. I'm gonna go talk to my mama, my pops, my uncles, and
Mm-hmm.
ask them what was going on. Cause I didn't live in that time. So some of these little niggas that might be 2021, they don't understand the impact that a Bone had or the impact that a Wu-Tang or Run DMC for that matter, to them is ancient. And I didn't realize how old hip hop was till Glasses told me one day because we was talking about sampling and he said, no, big bro, that's too old. You got to go back to Warren G. I said, Warren G and them was just yesterday. That's biting, dog. And I thought about it. I said, that shit was 25, 30 years ago,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, we was sampling the shit out of Roger and them, you know what I mean? Like all the funk, that shit 30 years later we was sampling them. So, and that's why I did the mixtape that I did, cause I wanted them new artists to know that we appreciate them, going in the crates and
You got to
finding
make sure
that
you send me
old
the link to that
music.
motherfucker so I can put it in our description.
I got you.
That's why I put
For
the links
sure.
in the description, man. So we don't hold you captive here long enough, man. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us once again.
Right
Sure.
on.
And hey, y'all, make sure, man, we go put the link to that mixtape down there, man. Make sure y'all go bang that, man, and go support that and go flood Dr. Dre's. I don't know if Dre too rich to fuck with Twitter, ain't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he probably don't
Man,
fuck
watch
with
Yeah,
that.
the staff and shit that answers.
Y'all
and
just
shit.
make sure y'all hit Dre up, man. Tell him that we need that Bone Thug collaboration, man.
Man, please do.
You know what I'm saying?
Let him know, Dre. I'm letting you know right now, man. We here. If the opportunity is there, we there.
Hell yeah. And we gone.
Yeah.